Sports55 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. It's the beginning of a 48-hour Friday. It's the end of SEC Media Days. And we still got a lot of action to get to, baby. You know my man, Brett Norsworthy. He's down at the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, closing out SEC Media Days. He's going to join us at noon. My sweet Evie Van Pelt from the Rebel Walk. She's been down there all week dominating. She's going to bring you all your goodness and love for the Ole Miss Rebels. Hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, who the hell are we? At 12:30. Yeah, we usually have her at 12. We're doing it at 12:30 today. In fact, I need to text her to tell her to find Brett so she can get on the equipment right after her. I just remembered. It's a great thing, this ADHD stuff. I remember when I talk about it. Well, see, hey, by the way, Darian, that means mental note. Remind me to text Evie to find Brett to get on the equipment.
Cool. He's been on it.
Oh, I know he's been on it, fool. I know this. I got to remind Evie to find Brett.
Got to get Mrs. Van Pelt on board.
Miss Van Pelt, that is correct. From the Rebel Walk, they are your number one source for all things Ole Miss information. Your mic's on. You don't have your headphones on, do you?
You say what?
You don't have your headphones on.
No, because I'm trying to tweet out your show.
No, the reason I was saying because I said you left the mic on. You were like giggling over there like a little schoolgirl. What are you and Landon over there?
It was Landon, man.
A little schoolgirl.
My giggles, but my coworker is funny.
Goodness gracious. But yeah, SEC Media Days. We're going to talk about all the stuff we've learned today, the stuff that we've missed out on. There's been a lot of stuff that's been fascinating. In fact, college football as a whole right now this year, I just feel like is, like I am constantly, I feel hypocritical. But it's because of my feelings change constantly throughout the year. I'm not going to lie. The hope of being one of the 12 teams that makes the college football playoff and the belief that you can be one of those teams is one of the best parts of the Media Day circus, basically July, which I call talking season or BS season. Like Nick Saban, he's going to come back and he's going to go coach. What school did they say he was going to coach? Arkansas?
Auburn. Man,
you ain't even left. Also, I had an Arkansas fan ask me, hey, are we going to get Nick Saban? Oh, my God, if we had John Calipari and Nick Saban, we'd be back. Bruh, no. Nothing's changed. He quit for a reason. The only reason, like, realistically, in this era, who won before the era became this era is still Dabo, who's holding on. And he's doing well. Kirby won in this era. But college football, the change, the hope and the belief of being one of the 12 is awesome. I really believe that. But I also still believe it does somewhat water down the regular season. But I'm also remember how bad that the playoffs were last year. Like, I remember that. The expansion in thought, they got till December 1st to make the decision. Are they going to expand to 16 for the 2026 season? I mean, Sankey again, backs the 9-game conference schedule with an automatic bid of 4 teams into the college football playoff if they expand. Big 12 sees it a little bit, differently. All I know is it will be December 1st before you know it. Do we want to go to 16? I mean, we just got a taste of 12, and we still haven't even fixed 12. How are we going to fix 16 if we can't fix 12 yet? Remember last year, like, you're Oregon. You won the Big Ten. And yes, you got to host the game, but Ohio State got off the mat after that nasty taste of Michigan in their mouth, whipped up on a Tennessee, got confident as all get out, and went out there and beat Oregon. What a great prize. You won the Big Ten. Here's Ohio State. Oh, but the future of the schedule basically for the SEC is tied into the playoff discussion. If you haven't been paying attention, Greg Sankey is not moving off of it. Basically, the powers that be, the college football power leaders, the power brokers, which is basically the Big Ten and the SEC. The other ones are like, hey, don't forget about us little guys over here. If the SEC indicated, and Greg Sankey reiterated this yesterday, that if, you go to the 16-team model, that would include the 5 highest-ranked conference champions and 11 at-large teams, a format that the Big Ten still lacks support for. They want, the automatic qualifiers. Man, there's just so many things. It's. I'm just wondering which team is going to move. And have they abandoned the possibility of a 14-team playoff completely? I guess so. I don't know. We'll find out. But I do know that I like this, and this is where I'm hypocritical. Because, again, I like the fact that I feel like, wow, the SEC feels so wide open. It really does. I mean, right now, if you're South Carolina and you listen to Shane Beamer and you think about Lenore Sellers and you think about some of the dudes that they got on the team, if they have that offensive line and the defensive line, which has been getting better year in and year out, they had a couple of freshmen playing last year. If that improves, you got to. If you're a South Carolina Gamecock fan, in reality, you're thinking to yourself, "Damn, we got a chance." Ole Miss with Austin Simmons. Rebel fans are quietly optimistic. Oklahoma has completely gone from getting rid of Brett Venerable to, do you know Johnny Mateer? John Mateer, he's going to be the man. He's the next thing. Remember last year was Jackson Arnold. Now Jackson Arnold's Auburn's guy. Auburn fans don't really believe, but they're hopeful because, man, if you don't make it, he's in deep trouble. Everybody thinks Kalen DeBoer, now that he's got Ryan Grubb back at Alabama, Alabama's a shoe-in. The Gator boys, the health of DJ Lagway, they have belief. Georgia every single damn year believes they're going to get there. LSU, they're all saying number one recruiting class, they fixed their defense, they fixed their defense. Can they fix their defense? I'm also wondering, are they going to be able to run the football? I know they can throw it with Garrett. Tennessee, you think Tennessee fans have gone anywhere? Texas A&M, Texas. Vanderbilt's got Diego Pavia. I think Missouri's got belief. I think the only team that just absolutely, there's 2 of them. That's 3 of them that say to themselves, we ain't got a shot. I would say Kentucky, Mississippi State, and Arkansas. And if you're like, but John, Taylor Green, bro, somebody's got to block for him and somebody's got to tackle. Like Arkansas's just got too many holes. Mississippi State, Jeff Levy, you got a job to do, bro. And come on, man. Kentucky was holding on, and they were doing it in the non-NIL era with, like, basically grit and force and pulling up their bootstraps under Stoops, running the football down your throat, getting lucky on players here and there. They can't compete in NIL. You think Kentucky's paying? They paying for basketball, man. So it does give hope. And this is just the SEC. That's 13 teams that believe that they got a chance to make the college football playoff. That's exciting. But it still does diminish the regular season, does it not?
A little bit, right?
I still can't stop thinking about how the hell Ohio State won the national championship, even though it lost its last regular season game to Michigan. That Michigan team.
Well, you saw the beginning of it, right, sir?
Yeah, I saw it when they started whipping Tennessee like it was going out of style.
Have you forgiven those folk in the stands yet?
No, I can't stand Ohio. I told you it's the worst state in the union or whatever they call it.
I'm just waiting on
Or
your
in the-
forgiveness, man.
In the 48 states, continental states right now, it's got to be the worst. Never been to Alaska or Hawaii. Don't know, but I'm sure Hawaii is pretty cool. In Alaska, the only thing I think you try to avoid is like bears and polar bears. Like polar bears, definitely stay away. And Landon's
They
doing.
say elk.
Oh, elk, bruh. So, do y'all know that elk are huge?
They are good too.
Okay, so it looks like a giant, like deer, but with huge ass horns. So I never seen an elk up close. I was out like when I went to Denver. I can't remember, last October or whatever. Went out to Red Rocks, had a lot of fun. I came outside my buddy Adair's house, because I'll pass 2 bathrooms to walk outside in the morning to take a piss. You know what I mean? There's just something about not having to aim. You don't get the shake and the feel good if you do it in the bathroom. I don't know why. I think it's because of the aim and the focus. But if you go outside and you just let her rip in the country, bro, and you get that shake, oh, Lord have mercy. That's how you, start your day. So I was starting my day off right, and I looked over, and I thought I saw a damn deer on steroids.
John, I think you struck a chord with the going outside with the nature deal with the fellas. Everybody's like,
it's so
I'm an
true.
outdoorsman.
Bro, man, my girl asks me all the time. She goes, why do you pass 2 bathrooms to go in the backyard to pee? And I said, babe, you don't know. You got to aim. I'm not a sitter, bro. I'm not a sit and pee kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just find that kind of weird. But if I want to be nice to a woman and not pee all over the toilet seat, because I do have ADHD, I can't focus on the stream the whole damn time.
Ain't got time for that.
I ain't got time for all that.
But they get upset about that, though.
But the point is you don't get that. You know what I'm saying? It's not an orgasm by any means. But it's you know how when you sneeze, you have that feel good sometimes, that little shiver. Am I the only guy who goes outside and after they pee, and if you don't have to aim and you just kind of keep your eyes closed, you're like, oh.
360-8255. We'll find out if you're the only guy.
360-8255. I think this has got to be a normal thing with everybody. 901-360-8255. Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line. If you've been pissing your whole life in the toilet and you have never tried nature, go outside, close your eyes, let it fly, and tell me if you don't get that shake.
At night.
Man, I do it the first thing in the morning. I do it at night. That's man, I don't.
Do I have to tell Landon watch his step on the pickleball court?
No. I don't pee on concrete. I pee on nature, bro. Got a great tree outside that I like to pee on. Everything around there, I guess, is extra healthy. I'm sorry, I don't know how I got off on this. How did I get off on this?
It's the boys' club, John. Sometimes it happens.
What in the hell did y'all?
We were talking about elk.
Oh, yeah.
And you were in Denver, and you got a buddy who has a house.
Oh, yeah, but what scared the hell out of me is I've never been that close to something that big that was not behind a cage. He was just standing there 15 feet away from me. I didn't notice him because, remember, I had my eyes closed. And when I get done with the shake, feeling good, and I turn around and I see a damn, what I thought was a deer on steroids that was looked like it was 15 feet high or something. I was like, what in the hell is that? And then when I ran in the house like a crazy person, they all laughed at me. And they're like, oh, it's just an elk. They walked.
Have you tried said elk?
Food?
Food, yes.
The stuff they eat?
Yes.
I don't know, bro.
Elk is great.
You talking about the elk meat?
Elk with a little demi-glaze,
who the hell's out there
some
killing
mushrooms.
Them some elk, man. I like mushrooms. Who's killing elks? Those things are big, bro. How you getting that sucker back?
I don't know, but, great people have put it on a plate before me. So.
You got to have a side-by-side to go get you an elk and pull that junk back? Because I can tell you one thing. You ain't toting that junk. That's back in the day. I bet Indians didn't even shoot elk. They'd be like, damn, too big. Man, must shoot smaller. Too heavy to carry. Could you imagine trying to damn carry a friggin' elk? Drag that joint? Sorry, y'all. It's the beginning of a 48-hour Friday. I promise you I have very, 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 very many sports stories to get to.
Hey, have you told the people where you're going to be at next Friday? I heard.
I will be at Houston Levy.
Kroger, right?
3685.
Yes, sir.
Houston Levy to be exact. It will be the Kroger. Why will I be there? Because, honest to God, this is a sad, sad true statistic. 1 in 4 right now, parents in Shelby County cannot afford new school supplies or clothes for their children. That's 25% of our population. That is heart-wrenching because when you're a kid, it's already hard enough, like you're scared or you're nervous. Maybe you don't have new friends and you come in there with some old kicks, no pens, no pencils, no eraser, no nothing. Teachers sometimes, have to come out of pocket, and we don't pay our teachers nearly enough anyway.
And the worst part is the kids tease you afterwards.
Well, we don't pay our good teachers enough anyway.
And the kids tend to tease that kid.
And then it just becomes a terrible situation, and we're going to try to stop that because we're going to stuff the bus. Friday, July 25th from 11 to 1, I'm going to be out there at the Kroger. Everybody come out there, bring school supplies, bring all the goodies, make donations. Come and see me. Kroger at 3685 Houston Levy. That's out in G-Town, right? No, is that Collierville or G-Town?
Collierville. We should challenge all of your listeners. Like, this is one of the best things that we've done as a show, to fill up the bus. Whether they come out and put
a lot of good things, bro.
I know, but this is one of the better ones.
Hey, you can put it up there. No, I think it's a good
I'm a sucker for the education portion. I'll say for me, this is super, 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 super exciting because once upon a time I wanted to be a teacher.
I just want to make sure everybody knows how good I am.
We know that, but everybody listening to you should either come and put a check in your hand or some pencils or a notebook inside the bus. If you're fool with Johnny Radio, you should show it. I think this is the opportunity. That's all.
It's just like, to be honest with you, like I know a lot of us, especially out there, we think to ourselves, well, we're not rich. You're probably pretty well off. I mean, I'm talking about those who...
Think we can get a Brasky or T-Money site Friday?
Dude, Brasky, T-Money, Brasky, no.
I know they're donating. I know they got
T-Money, absolutely. T-Money does so much. He's a big fan of...
the kids. He loves the kids.
He
T-Money loves the kids.
He coaches kids. He also, the Target House, they raise tons of money every single year for them. But again, 1 out of 4 parents can't afford to buy school supplies. So we need your help. Flynn Broadcasting, Kroger, and U-Haul help our children by dropping off essential school supplies for the school year. Friday, July 25th. I'll be out there broadcasting from 11 to 1. School supplies, checks, whatever. Help us stuff the bus. Now.
Oh, one more thing. You said Flynn Broadcasting. Shout out to Dr. Flynn, who had a birthday the other day, too.
No way, when yesterday?
I believe it was Sunday. I saw it on my LinkedIn. I believe it may have been Sunday or Monday. But yeah, happy birthday, Dr. Flynn.
Happy birthday to you. That was my Marilyn Monroe. Was that good?
Don't do the Marilyn Monroe.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Eartha Kitt. That's more like it.
Your wife is looking at me really mean. I don't care what Jackie thinks. Nobody can strum the bean like Jack, you see. Happy birthday, Jack. Mwah. Man,
and the kiss on the end.
And then shit, yeah, but I was Marilyn Monroe. That wasn't me, and it wasn't on his forehead.
Tell us anything.
And then the brother. Like, what is it with politicians? Because remember, the Biden boy, he knocked up a stripper in Arkansas, and then also got his dead-gum brother, who died's wife, smoking crack and pregnant.
Hey, did they ever find out whose baggie of cocaine it was? We never found out, right?
Honest to
we
God,
never
man,
found out, right?
You know what? I have to think to myself, Hunter cannot be that dumb, can he? Like, would you not, like, if you're Joe Biden or Jill Biden, and you know that he has Secret Service detail, would you not go to the Secret Service's detail and be like, make sure no drug dealers or no drugs are found on him at any time when he comes to the White House, frisk his ass? Like, don't you believe that they would do it? It's either like a young staffer who is like, partied the night before too much and only need a little bump, as Shane Gillis said. You know, a couple of beers and a little bump.
That's right. A couple of beers and a bump. Yeah.
And by the way, he hosted the ESPYs last night. I'm bringing that up. Shane is awesome. Like, dude, the WNBA joke about that he used. Did you see where he said, yeah, 4-time All-Star, blah, 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 is in the house. Yeah. And the whole place started clapping in it when it showed a picture of just a black woman. That black woman was not a 4-time WNBA All-Star. It was Shane Gillis's friend's wife. And that was the joke. They all started laughing. He was like, dude, prove to y'all, none of y'all know.
None of y'all know what the
WNBA players are. That's my friend's wife. It was pretty good. He also did he busted up on Shedeur Sanders a little bit.
I did not realize that was my couple of beers and a bump guy.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it. Yeah, I didn't realize it.
That a couple of beers and like, man, has life got you down? Are your children extra annoying and your wife nagging? Try a couple of beers. It'll perk up your day. Da 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 da. And then it shows like when the family's about to do a little rehab stint because he's drinking a couple of beers too much. And then he's like, well, if you get a little bit down and depressed from a couple of beers, from their side effects, try a little bump. That was just awesome. He was funny last night, but it is SEC Media Days, and I started talking about sports, Darian. I blame it on you for derailing me. We got a lot of texts flying in. A lot of texts. Good ones. Guess I'm going to read them on the other side. Don't forget, it's a 48-hour Friday, so technically it's a Thirsty Thursday, but not tomorrow, but the following Friday, July 25th. We'll be out there at Kroger, 3685 Houston Levy. Stuff the bust. Bring school supplies, essential school supplies, and let's stuff that bad boy. Sadly, 1 in 4 parents can't afford new school supplies for their kids. I'm taking a quick timeout. I'm back in 2 shakes. Don't you dare touch that dial. Sports56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports56 WHBQ.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about everything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys, beyond the bottle, Tito's has gained a reputation for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits around the world to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's and learn more at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Jenkins Floors and More invites you to their retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors at 2356 Goodman Road in Horn Lake. Also stores in Cleveland, Mississippi and Little Rock. They specialize in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds. Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects, call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
It's time for SEC Media Days. Join Brett Norsworthy as he broadcasts live from the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, Monday through Thursday, previewing the upcoming SEC football season and bringing you interviews with players, coaches, and SEC leaders. Tune in to Sports Time with Stats and Bryant Dacus from 3 to 6, and also hear from Stats throughout the day for SEC Media Days coverage brought to you by First National Bank and Trust, Jason's Deli, Gould Salon and Spa, Jim's Place Grill, and East Memphis Ace Hardware.
1 out of 4 parents can't afford to buy school supplies for their children to go back to school. Teachers have to pay out of pocket for needed materials for their classrooms. Please help us and U-Haul help our children by dropping off essential school supplies for this school year. Meet us Friday, July 25th at Kroger at 3444 Plaza Avenue from 6 to 10 a.m. At Kroger at 3685 Houston Levy from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and at Kroger at 676 Germantown Parkway from 3 to 6 p.m. Help us stuff the bus.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a thirsty Thursday. I usually talk with my good buddy Isaac Simpson. He'll be back next Thursday, don't you worry. He's not going to join us today. I very sad that I can't speak with Isaac because I've got so many questions for him. But don't you worry. We got them bad boys coming in next week. And my goodness, man, we got a lot of text. So I don't know if you know the first segment, if you hadn't caught any of it, somehow I got on how important it is to walk past toilets, go outside into nature, and for men to urinate freely.
We're all in agreement. Because,
again, there's like the aiming, the thinking in the morning especially, also the stiffness sometimes, like, every morning you got to deal with that. That is difficult. Like, that is a mess waiting to happen. But my man texts me in and he says, man, me and my 4 sons never, ever pee inside. We live in Coldwater, Mississippi, where it's just the norm. My 18-year-old stepson, unfortunately, still squats to pee, quote, tinkle. What the bleep. I love this man. Coldwater, Mississippi. Shout out, man. Thanks for listening. We got a bunch of other ones that are great. I get the shake when I go inside. How do you get the shake when you go inside, bro? I need a little bit of help. I think it's a mental thing for me because if I'm aiming, I don't get the shake. There's like too much focus. It's just not free. This guy must have like the greatest. Maybe you should like throw darts, be a bow and arrow kind of guy, archer. That's what they call them, I think. Shoot guns. And by the way, the crowd was too woke for the jokes Shane Gillis put on last night. He said it was the best ESPYs in a while. My man Dennis, he's checking in too, and he said this. He says, no aim, awesome. That's also why I play golf. Talking about peeing outside. And he also said moose tastes delicious as well. There's a big difference between a moose and an elk, right? Or are they the same damn thing?
Elk I always picture with huge antlers.
And moose have like horns or
pretty sure they're all antlers.
Dude, moose. Now you got me. I got to know the difference. We learn on this show, don't we? We should be learning about SEC Media Days. And also, we got to bring up about what Eli Drinkowich said. Did you hear about Eli?
No, but moose are larger.
Damn, bro. A moose is bigger than one of those big old damn elk things I saw.
Musasise.
Oh, Musasise was a monster.
Shout out Darian.
Damn, dog. Thanks, D. They're both big as hell. I don't know if somebody said, hey, come on over here. You know what? So people eat moose. Do you jokingly call a moose sandwich? Do you come and say, come on over to Smokies and eat a bunch of moose knuckle? It's only $10.99.
You can eat the Musasise.
No. That's disgusting.
It's a specialty sandwich. It's his favorite.
I don't want tube steak, bro. It's not part of my protein. Sorry. not going there. That's just, no. But back to a little bit of college football because Landon, Eli Drinkowicz, did you hear what he said yesterday? Did you hear what the drink said?
No.
He will not discuss anything or release any information on the Epstein files.
So Shane Gillis's joke was right on the money, huh?
Yeah, it really was. Last night he was great on the ESPYs. I got to give him a...
I love the ESPYs too. I think it also exposed how soft our generation is.
It's all right.
Nobody was laughing. His jokes were hilarious.
Yeah, they were hilarious.
Like, he nailed it.
Like the Shador Sanders one where he was like, dude.
He went 13-12 and almost won the Alamo Bowl. That's worthy of having a number retired.
Yes, that was hilarious. No, it's not nepotism. It's not nepotism. Are you kidding? Did you see this kid's record, 13-12, and he almost won the Alamo Bowl? Dude.
Retire that number.
That is awesome. I love it. I loved it. I'm always here for it. Now, you've been doing Sports Time with Brett and, of course, Bryant Dacus. Y'all have been covering everything here, there, all the good stuff. I've been listening to most of the show. There was a few times I had to step out yesterday. I'm curious, and this is going to sound crazy to you, I'm sure, but the Florida Gators, this year, to take the next step, they are going to have a healthy DJ Lagway.
Absolutely.
How concerned are you that he is postponing surgery until the offseason? One, they say he also has an abdominal strain, which, like, that they don't heal quickly, bro. Like, you use your abdomen and your core for everything. He's only throwing 3 days a week. He's not taking any live. He's not throwing live reps. He's not throwing routes. He's throwing. Their schedule has LSU, Miami, Texas, Texas A&M, Georgia, and, of course, a little Mississippi State. Like, Billy Napier says his team is improved all around.
And I agree with him.
But doesn't it still all come down to a healthy DJ?
Absolutely. I mean, you look at last year's Florida-Georgia game. If DJ Lagway doesn't go down, Florida wins that game. But he does, so it really banks on...
Tell them to shut up.
Okay, I will.
Lord have mercy. Like, I can hear everything you're saying. Over there doing their thing. But Billy Napier, man, and like that, the Florida team, again, we talk about hope. That scares the absolute hell out of me. It really does. Ole Miss, by the way, Lane Kiffin, very lighthearted, took some jokes and jabs at Hugh Freeze, focused on revenge over Kentucky and praised the linebackers and the simplicity of Pete Golding's system this season. When I hear that, I want everybody to be on the same page when they're on defense. But why last year's defense was pretty damn good, and I know you had a bunch of studs. We saw them go in the first and second round. Amos went. You had, of course, the big monster from Texas A&M. Brain ain't working right now. He went, 17th to Arizona? So, they had dudes all over the field. They had the most players drafted ever in a class. Last year's Ole Miss team was this damn close. I don't know why. I might be crazy, but I kind of do feel like this could be the Tennessee style of when they had Peyton Manning and everything was right there, and Charles Woodson stole the Heisman. They didn't make it to the damn championship. You know how it ended. And then the next year, little-known T. Martin comes in there and balls out. Austin Simmons could be a T. Martin kind of guy.
I like Austin Simmons.
And they got wide receivers out the wazoo. If their little Arkansas transfer tight end can stay healthy, he's a damn stud. The offense is going to be fine. And again, Austin Simmons has been in that quarterback room for a couple of seasons now. He sat behind Walker Howard, Spencer Sanders, of course, Jackson Dart. And he's been and you have the continuity of Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss Jr. being there the whole damn time. Like, I feel like the grasp of the offense is like, this is nothing. This is not a transfer quarterback coming in. This is a kid who knows the offense inside and out. We saw last year that there is no pressure too big. 4th down and 1 against Georgia. Completes a bullet. He's got onions. I'm excited to talk to Evie Van Pelt about this team because she knows more about the team than anybody, period, in the discussion. And then, of course, what is Arch going to do? It's just the whole thing is wide open. I will say, though, Gunnar Stockton, I mean, if Stetson Bennett can win two championships, like they couldn't do it with Jake Fromm, they couldn't do it with Murray, they couldn't do it with deadgum Matt Stafford. They've had so many dudes back there, and they haven't been able to get it done. But this team is also locked and loaded. And we saw Gunnar get baptized by fire in the college football playoff. I don't know, man. Not saying he is Stetson Bennett. He's definitely a lot higher recruit and has more God-given ability. But the kid does know the offense. He has been in the system. And it's kind of rare to see that because everybody looks like a hired gun right now. It also makes me wonder and kind of think to myself, damn, bro, you know the BYU quarterback that had premarital sex?
Breslaff.
Yep. Don't you think he's probably better than 2/3 of the quarterbacks in the entire country?
Probably.
Don't you find it weird that nobody's grabbed him?
Yeah, a little bit.
Makes sense to me, though. You know why?
Why is that?
Let's say you have right now 2 quarterbacks in your quarterback room, and you're not sure on who's going to start. Like, they are fighting. You are comfortable, though, with one of them starting and one of them being your backup. If you bring him in, does that not blow up your quarterback room, and then maybe both those guys say bleep you, and then they're bouncing, and then now you have one quarterback?
That's a good point.
I think the timing has just killed this kid. And again, didn't all the charges get dropped against him? It's just he admitted to premarital sex.
It's a big no-no at BYU.
You can have 4 wives at BYU, but you can't have premarital sex?
Correct. Well, I think they're kind of getting further away from that, but yeah, basically.
Bruh, how do you kind of get away from that? Like, if you were born and you had like 4 mommies, when you grow up, don't you expect 4 wives?
Great point, John.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You're a product of your environment.
Like, could you imagine your dad has 4 wives and you only get 2? You're like, damn, Dad had more pull than I did. I don't know, man. But to me, that does make tons of sense. I'm still getting people talking about peeing. I pee in the sink every morning. Dude, does your wife know? Or are you're probably not married?
John, have you already talked or have you seen the stuff about the affair couple at the Coldplay concert?
Oh yeah.
No.
Are you familiar? You're not familiar with this?
Yes.
I'll show you the video, but there was a Coldplay concert last night, and they go around with the camera, and they're showing all these like people dancing and having fun, and they show this couple. I'm not going to demonstrate it with Landon, but the guy has his hands like around the girl like you would at a concert, kind of like swaying back and forth. The camera goes on both of them together, and immediately she turns around to hide her face, and he like drops down to the ground, and we later knew that he's like a CEO. And she's like the HR at the place. Darian's bringing the video in there for you to look at. John, please look up from your phone so that you can see this video.
Oh, dude, they are so busted, bro. That's worse than a kiss cam at a game, man.
Yeah, that's rough.
Dude, even her friend is like,
yeah.
Oh, that guy right there who wanted to kiss on her, he was cheering it on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's bad.
Dude, I think they could have handled it better if they just started like kissing and making out hardcore, and
or just like keep doing what you're doing.
Just saw side profiles of each other.
Because when that happened, everyone was like, "Something's going on here. They're not supposed to."
And now all the little Stony MacGyvers out there were investigating.
They already did. They found like his wife and was like under her on her Facebook in her comments, like, "Hey, did your husband go to Coldplay last night?"
It just proves why I missed the old days. Nobody had cell phones. You knew where to be at when you were supposed to be there. I could drive anywhere in the city. I can drive anywhere in the United States, and I didn't need no damn GPS. Never once did I need it. Now I can't do nothing without this stupid phone. Actually, now that my phone doesn't work unless it's plugged in, my brain's starting working. I can still drive. I know where to go. I've been proud of myself for that. But yeah, if you're gonna that's why I hate technology, man. Like, bro, like, you know those rings, the cameras that are on your house, man? Like, they do have some funny things. Like, I did see that one did you see where the guy knocks on the dude's door and the Ring camera's on? And he's like, hey, bro. Hey, it's like 3 a.m. Yo, help a brother out. Have you seen that one where he's like, man, I just need to buy one more rock. One more rock. And like, that was funny. But like the ones where like old boy is pulling out of the back of old girl's car at 6 o'clock in the morning, and old girl has a husband, and he comes back across from town, and the dude across the street, they're golf buddies, and he's like, man, I was up drinking coffee the other morning, and check what I saw in my ring. And then he shows you and busts her out. You know what I mean? Like, this is terrible. Like, we used to have to put smoke signals back in the day. We used to be able to communicate with these little birds, bro. Just tie something to their little feather. Was it pigeons? Hell, I think Mike Tyson was able to still do that.
Traveling pigeons.
Yeah, man. They're like little smart suckers.
Or carrier pigeons.
How the hell did we teach a pigeon where to go?
A little Disney song goes a long way.
No, man, because those pigeons really did that stuff, bro. I watched Game of Thrones, but they were like falcons. How the hell them pigeons do that? If anybody knows how pigeons did that.
I don't know. Maybe we should take a break and let the texters find out.
Kevin B. just said, dude, polygamy is not part of the church associated with BYU. Thank you, Kevin. I actually had no idea about that one. I thought Brigham Young, isn't it BYU Brigham Young? Help me out, Kevin.
Brigham Young University.
But Brigham Young, he founded the Church of Latter-day Saints. Is that what it's called?
I thought it was Mormons.
I thought they had a name, though. Like, I think Mormons are the people that attend the church, bro.
Well, let's take a break and find out.
All right, I'm going to take a quick time out. We're going to learn a little bit about Mormons and BYU because they have a quarterback that's better than 2/3 of the quarterbacks in the country that was basically said, sorry, you can't play for us this more. You did a little hanky-panky before you were married. He's off the team, but he's not on anybody else's team. And somehow I got off on just BYU and the Mormons. Kevin B., help a man out. Y'all don't touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Ribs.
Toes. Well, what are we playing?
I want to do a Central Barbecue spot about their fantastic ribs.
Should be easy enough. Central Barbecue has got amazing ribs.
I know that. You know that. The people probably know that. But I want to do them justice.
Well, they're slow smoked for 24 hours over hickory and pecan to give them amazing flavor.
And Central Barbecue never has sauce in the pit.
Now, I don't know what that means, but it seems impressive.
It is. I just want to make them sound perfect.
We mentioned that they're slow smoked, delicious, and we've said Central Barbecue at least 3 times. I say we call it a solid 30 seconds.
Job well done. Central Barbecue. Ribs.
Not toes. Marshall Steakhouse is a feast for the eyes as well as the body. Enjoy all American USDA prime steaks, aged 30 days or more, and other delicious meats and sides. Marshall Steakhouse in Holly Springs, named the #1 steakhouse in Mississippi by the Food Network, and named in the top 2 most legendary steakhouses in the South by Southern Living Magazine. Make reservations today and get free bread pudding by calling 662-252-2424 or online at marshallsteakhouse.com. Marshall Steakhouse in Holly Springs, a Southern treat.
Visit Frontier Western Store today for new shirts and boots. Frontier is your top Carhartt store in the Mid-South. There's thousands of in-stock shirts and jeans. They have the classic K87 pocket tee in every color they make, including new ones just released. Available small to 4X. Want new jeans? Frontier has you covered with super tough work denim by Carhartt. And you've got to check out their selection of Ariat jeans for men, women, and children. You'll love how easy it is to find the size and style you need. Have you seen Frontier's remodeled world-famous boot showroom? It continues to expand. New styles by area just arrived, plus plenty of in-stock proven classics too. Whether you need work or dress boots, trust that Frontier's the place to come. See thousands of pairs of Ariat boots and thousands more by Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, Twisted X, and others. And Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so you know just the local shop to visit. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
He's on the line, Marty McNate over at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, and he's ready to bring you back to the future with V-Dub deals that'll blow you away. What's up, McNate?
Randy, get ready to ride in 2025 Jetta Sport or 2025 TOS. Take your pick at $349 a month. 2025 Atlas SE, $399 a month. Or 2024 Atlas Peak Editions or 2024 GTI SE or 2024 Atlas CrossSport SEL R-Line. $5,000 off MSRP.
Plus 2.9 for 60 months on 2025 Atlas is available.
So come see me today, Marty McNate at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or shop online at GossettVWG.com. And remember, your future is what you make of it.
36 monthly, 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents excess mileage. Jetta SMO 77145, MSRP 25,916. Taos SMO 77145, MSRP 2711. Atlas SC 523,770, MSRP 40,741. PRC 586,577, MSRP 33,889. GTI RW 21,791, MSRP 39,523. R-Line RC 22,635. Include all rebates and incentives. Much finance through Volkswagen Credit. Excludes tax, island license, include credit deals. Not only CD for the details. Offer valid to 8225.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Dude, so many people know so many things, by the way. It takes a village, they say, to raise a child. It also takes a village to educate idiots like me. Thank you all very, very much. By the way, I was right. Brigham Young did start the church, and it was called what? The Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints. That's what I said, bro. You're welcome.
I never doubted you, man.
I also got some people that said, John, if you want to learn a lot about Mormonism or Mormons, said go watch South Park. They did an episode on it, and it was really good. Did you see this one? Because you just smiled really big.
Oh, I'm just a big fan of South Park.
What is it? Timmy!
Yeah. Well, we had a segment where we did the Cartman quote. For the student athletes.
Student athletes. Yeah, the ones that, like, how do you get all these? And then, like...
For the student athletes.
Dude, yeah. Now it's not, because now they're getting paid back.
Right.
And speaking of getting paid bank, man, you think Jake Rutzliff would be getting bank right now? He would have jumped onto a team the minute that it happened, but he's only 2 weeks left to fall camp. You would only have 1 month to learn the offense. Where the heck's he going to go? And who's going to bring him in and blow up their entire quarterback room? Again, he is a good quarterback, probably better than 2/3 of them starting in college football across the country.
He probably won't land anywhere prestigious, but surely there's a team out there that needs a quarterback.
Yeah, you'd think. Definitely would think. It's just been wild. But, yeah, we got so many good things. We got SEC Media Days going down. Couple things that I just wanted to mention. We got Brett Norsworthy, who's been down there just destroying it. If you need to know anything about the SEC, all you have to do is listen to Sports Time with Bryant Dacus and Stats. If you've missed any of it, go listen back to the podcast. I'm telling you right now, they've been on top of it. Some of the things that to me I thought were a little bit interesting from some of the people that are, just down there talking about all the business. Jackson Arnold transferred out of Oklahoma. He's now Auburn's team. Like, he is now the quarterback for Auburn. They also have a stud who's coming up, a young 5-star. But Hugh Freeze made a very bold declaration. He said they're ready to beat Bama and Georgia this year, and said that their wide receiver group is the deepest in years, led by Cam Coleman. Well, you better have some wide receivers, and you better be able to run the damn football if you're going to beat Georgia and Bama. Lord, Lord, Lord. I feel bad for Mark Stoops, man. We got to win now. They went 1-7 against the SEC, and of course, the one win was the one against the Ole Miss. 4th down and forever. Little homie throws it up. I wanted to vomit. Still breaks my heart. Brock Vandergraaf. But, dude, they got Zach Calzada from Texas A&M. Cutler Boyle. They don't know who's going to be the quarterback, but they're depending on the transfer portal. Don't think it's going to work for them. Eli, though, he talked about replacing Brady Cook and how important it is. It's seriously, it's an uncertainty for their program, but he said he's focused on speed. He said his defense is spoken on feed, and he says it's basically a quiet and transitional year ahead. Is that like lowering the expectation for Missouri fans? Sounds like it. Sounds a lot like it. Now, Shane Beamer, by the way, who, when he first got the job at South Carolina, of course, I know his dad, Beamer Ball, Virginia Tech, carry your lunch pail to work. I thought he was a little bit goofy, and he looked a little young. Didn't know he was going to, if he was ready for the big, bad SEC, especially a team like South Carolina. I mean, you remember the days when Spurrier came in there, and you had Garcia at quarterback, and they had 10-win seasons and all that stuff. I thought that was just basically, they brought in the old ball coach. It worked for them. Cute little thing. This year, man, there's like his message basically to his fan base is we want to make history. Their offensive line is young, but again, they had 2 freshman starters last year. They're sophomores, still young. They're still a little bit inexperienced, but there's more experience than they were last year. And Lenora Sellers is a dual threat quarterback. And when I mean a dual threat quarterback, he can throw the damn football, but he can also run the read option. And when things break down, he can extend plays. The thing about Lenora Sellers is he's got to learn that on 1st down and 10, if it's not there and you're running around and scrambling, don't force it and throw a turnover. Sometimes it's better to throw the football away. I think that maturation process probably, from last year to this year, I think he'll be less careless with the football and not try to force it as much. But he's still going to be a gunslinger, and I'm expecting big things out of them, and that's just crazy. I don't know, man. And Clark Lee, like, how'd you get Diego Pavia back, one? And after having the amazing season, can they really expound upon that season and actually grow and be better? Like, can Vanderbilt actually be year in, year out a tough out in the SEC?
Well, when you got a tight end like Eli Stowers,
yeah,
you have a good contention shot. I heard Diego Pavia's statement saying that he wanted to run at the national championship. I think we need to set our expectations a little bit more realistic because you're in the SEC. You've got a lot of dogs to go through. I don't think SEC champion.
I mean, they did beat Alabama last year, remember?
They did. On their home turf as well. But if you look at the rest of the season, it's not like they outshined every team that they played. They did really, really good. This is a Vanderbilt team that exceeded all expectations, and I think they're going to play really good again this year as well. But as far as playoff contention or anything like that, I don't think they're there yet. But if they keep moving in the right direction, I think so.
Well, the thing is where are you going to find another Diego?
Well,
I mean,
there is
the
a
fact
guy
that they
named
did have
Jake.
Jake Cutler, how he did it, I don't know.
Well, you got Jake Retzlaff right now searching for a home.
Yeah, but he wants to go in there and be a hired gun. He
I
definitely
know.
doesn't want to sit around and wait, even though there's only a month left. I mean, the dude needs to get in a camp and start learning the offense if he's going to play, man.
So I was doing a little bit of research on potential landing spots brought to you by CBS Sports. I'm going to read off a few teams, and you tell me if you like them or not. You got Northwestern, Oklahoma State, Notre Dame, Appalachian State, Tulane, or UCF.
I hate the fact that I just did that.
Did what?
Toned you out because I realized I got to take a timeout, pay a few bills.
Hey, we can talk about it with the man.
We got Brett Norsworthy on the other side. He's down at the College Football Hall of Fame. It's the last day of SEC Media Days down in Atlanta. Thank you to Landers Ford in Collierville, Sissy's Log Cabin, Jason's Deli, First National Bank and Trust, Jim's Place in Collierville, East Memphis Ace Hardware, Gould's Salon and Spa, Ronnie Grizzani's in Regalia, All-Star Chevrolet and Olive Branch, what up, OB, and Jimmy McElroy and Associates. Dude texted me and said, bro, you probably know by now, but BYU is and operated by the Church of Latter-day Saints, also known as Mormons. Well, the university is affiliated with the LDS Saints. The university is open to anyone to attend. And something about, I guess, something I was saying earlier sounded like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What do we do? By the way, is Ferris Bueller's Day Off like a deeper meaning, like how the day repeats itself every day?
I believe that's Groundhog Day.
No, man. Like, he knows, like, everything that's going to happen and does everything perfect. Like, gets in a parade, wins, like, catches the ball at a Cubs game. Like, it's like he lived that day so many times over and over again that he perfected that day.
He knows something we don't, perhaps.
Well, Brett knows a lot more than most.
Then he's forgotten more than I know.
And he's next, because it's time to talk SEC Media Days. We got Evie Van Pelt at 12:30, and then I'm going to close things. Can we gamble on anything? No.
Yeah, we can.
What?
Golf, baby.
No, brah. But I do have a funny story to close things out. Don't y'all dare touch that dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Let's up your life with Let's.
Surprise the family with a new club car and experience the best golf cart in the industry. A new golf cart is perfect for cruising the neighborhood, enjoying yourself at the lake, turning heads on the course, and just having something reliable to use around the yard. Lads has you covered with new and used golf cars. The new Club Car Onward, available in electric or gas and a variety of colors and features. Lads goes beyond the green. Whitten and I-40 or online at lads.net.
Newsflash! Family Leisure needs your help. Family Leisure has a warehouse full of inventory, and they need it cleaned out. Do your part to make room for new items, and you get great deals on almost everything. Listen up. All in-stock patio furniture, it's up to 80% off. You can get a 4-piece deep seating set for under $1,000. Chaise lounges. You buy one, and you're going to need another, and that other one will be one half off. All Pollywood furniture, it's now 20 to 30% off. You buy any dining table, you're going to get an umbrella absolutely free, and they're not cheap. Now, is financing available? You better believe it. Special financing is a go. To sum it all up, Family Leisure has got to clear out its warehouse inventory, which means you're going to rack up the savings. Help Family Leisure clear out the warehouse. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together to clean out the warehouse.
Woohoo! Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
Awards, styling, driving dynamics, and innovative technology is what you'll find in your new Mitsubishi from Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Looking for a deal on your next ride? We Gossett. 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage, car and driver's best with 39 combined MPG, 15,675. 2025 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, 28,480 or $399 per month. And 2025 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid with combined range of 420 miles. Better warranty, more electric range on full charge than a Mazda CX-90 or Toyota RAV4. PHEV, now $39,115 or $349 a month. Plus, get peace of mind with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi. 1870 Covington Pike, online, memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Ford issue 006-6180, MSRP 28,980, PHEV, SE 00730, MSRP 42,615, Mirage, RH 03-7309, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 895, excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
1 out of 4 parents can't afford to buy school supplies for their children to go back to school. Teachers have to pay out of pocket for needed materials for their classrooms. Please help us and U-Haul help our children by dropping off essential school supplies for this school year. Meet us Friday, July 25th at Kroger at 3444 Plaza Avenue from 6 to 10 a.m. At Kroger at 3685 Houston Levy from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and at Kroger at 676 Germantown Parkway from 3 to 6 p.m. Help us stuff the bus.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, with Dave Woloshin, weekday mornings from 10 to 11.
But you got to be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Landon, and very blessed. It's the beginning of a 48-hour Friday, also known as a Thirsty Thursday, always brought to you by the best. That's Tito's Handmade Vodka, baby. You know it's USA Vodka. I just kind of feel like Tito Beveridge, he was probably like me. He was a young buck watching Rocky beat up Drago. He saw the crowd, Yatiba, screaming, Tito's in Russian. And he's like, man, I am not buying any more of that commie vodka. I'm making USA vodka. I'm making it from corn because I don't want no gluten.
America's favorite for a reason.
6 times distilled before he stills it in classic copper pots, the old school method. Small batch style. That's why it's so unique. Slightly sweet, black pepper noted, balances everything out. You could be crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat, but whatever you do, make sure you get your Tito's on today. We're going down to the College Football Hall of Fame down in Atlanta. Brett Norsworthy's down there. He has been, by the way, Brett and Dacus have been just tearing it up. I was so agitated yesterday when I had to get out of the car. I was like, I'm like, man, I got things to do. But bring my man in, Brett Norsworthy. How are you doing today, Brett?
I'm doing well, John, and don't leave out Landon in there making everything happen in the afternoon. It's a team group effort. We start working on this late May, early June. Eli helped so much. Rhonda helped so much. Zeke helped so much. Everybody chips in. But the biggest thing is our great sponsors, and we so appreciate them. And just about every one of these sponsors for this week in Atlanta will be with us at TPC Southwind for our coverage of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Landers Ford, the official vehicle of SEC Media Days, they will be title and presenting sponsor at the FedEx St. Jude Championship in August. Sissy's Log Cabin, Jason's Deli, First National Bank and Trust, Jim's Place in Collierville, East Memphis Ace Hardware, Gould Salon and Spa, Ronnie Grisani's in Regalia, All-Star Chevrolet in Olive Branch, and my good friend Jimmy McElroy and Associates with his great team.
Brett, a lot of good stuff going down in Media Days. I've been checking everything out, listening to you. I did have to bring this up because there's a lot of change at Missouri this year. They've had Brady Cook for, it feels like, forever, and a couple
No Luther Burden.
Months. Luther Burden, gone, man.
No go-to tailback.
Gone, man. Mm-hmm. But he did come out, felt like he lowered expectations. But when he comes out and says, I'm not going to answer any questions about the Epstein files, I'm sorry. The radiation belt and whether or not the possible Lee Harvey Oswald to get 3 shots off in 7 seconds. Like, he came out there and he really did kind of just loosen up the crowd. It made it seemed like coming out there and cracking a joke makes it almost easier, and the media seems nicer to you.
Yeah, and he cracked it. There were only about 14 people in the room for him. It was more than that, but it's a thinner crowd from Mizzou. They don't have a lot of presence on Radio Row, but they have some, and we've had great guests from them. They're kind of trying to replicate On 3 with an operation out of St. Louis Sports Daily, and they are doing a great job with it. And we're going to talk Mizzou with one of their reps. They have a person covering South Carolina. We had her on early in the week on South Carolina, so they're really trying to do it right at St. Louis Sports Central. But no KMOX here, no Kansas City radio station here. But Eli Drinkwitz, 21 wins the last 2 years. He's winning for them. And he's an Arkansas boy. He was born and reared in Northwest Arkansas in Alma, from midfield at Razorback Stadium, about 45 minutes. And he's been running hot since he didn't even get a real interview with Hunter Yurachek that year when the coaching changes happened. Eli Drinkwitz hired by Mizzou that year. Arkansas lost out on Hunter on Lane Kiffin that year, and Hunter had to settle for Sam Pittman, who is on the stage now talking and about to enter his 6th year. 6th year for Drink, 6th year for Lane, 6th year for Sam Pittman. All those aren't the same thing, are they?
No, they really aren't. But I do have to say, Eli, and I love Barry Odom. I did a lot of great things, especially for the Tigers.
I did too.
Lasted longer than Barry Odom, lasted longer than Larry Smith. He's kind of on a Gary Pinkel trajectory. I'm not saying he's going to
a great comparison.
Win 188 games, but let's be honest with you. He's the best deadgum thing they've had since Gary Pinkel and Chase Daniels.
He is, and they were ever so close to winning at all one year with Chase Daniel. I saw him. They came to Oxford for a non-conference game in 2007, and they put it on Ole Miss, and then I saw him at the end of that year in the Cotton Bowl, and their running back ran for a Cotton Bowl record in routing Arkansas that year.
Man, I keep thinking about Eli, and after watching a little bit of the stuff from SEC Media Days, and then of course, the X was inundated with him yesterday, calling him the new old ball coach like Steve Spurrier. I really feel like Missouri actually does have a gem. Are they actually going to be able to keep him if he continues to have success in the SEC at that school?
It's almost the same questions around Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin, and you get to a place and you meet a lot of friends, and they're good to you and good to your family, and all those places, including Columbia, Missouri. Guess what? They got banks there. You can put all that money in the bank in Columbia, Mo, and get real happy. And once it becomes home, like it has, very well, how it's become for Lane Kiffin, it's hard to dislodge a coach out of there. And how many of these places now are ready to commit to money that it would take to get that type of coach and pay off the one that you're sending to the unemployment line?
Yeah, it can happen fast, especially with the amount of money in dollars that everybody and the NIL and the players becoming basically paid. It's all about results. Lane Kiffin also made me laugh yesterday. He said he had a coach that played Clemson last year, put Clemson on my schedule every week compared to playing SEC teams. But there might be a year that also the ACC really does have a real team. Taking kind of a shot at Clemson and also kind of feel like supporting maybe Greg Sankey about the 9-game conference schedule and the guarantees that they want. Is there anything to read?
Something,
I was going to say, is there something there?
Yeah, and I tell you what else is there. Remember, at Wake Forest last year, during the game, John Curry, the former Tennessee AD, went to the Ole Miss AD's box, Keith Carter's box, and informed them, hey, we're not going to return to the game next year at Oxford. And Ole Miss now they got a nice broken contract severance pay out of Wake Forest, but Ole Miss wanted the game, and on the fly was fortunate enough to find Washington State, who's always looking to schedule because there's no Pac-12 anymore. So they were able to find a game with Washington State, but Lane was infuriated over it. We went on that road trip, stayed in Greensboro, bussed over to Wake Forest, played wax Wake Forest, put it on them, and then you're informed during the game that you don't get the return game. He runs hot constantly about the ACC, and he doesn't have a lot of respect for it.
I mean, I hate to say, I would definitely, root for my conference and give them everything, and I'd definitely be the biggest cheerleader for in-house. But I don't know if he's really wrong. Like the ACC, outside of that 1 year with Jordan Travis, I mean, right now, who knows what's going to happen with Mike Norvell.
Dabo's had good teams.
I was going to say Clemson this year looks extremely strong. I believe in Cade Klubnik. And, yes, Dabo's had some good team. But who do they play inside that conference? That's kind of the problem.
Not much. And I saw two teams last year in person from the ACC. Well, Wake Forest wasn't any good. We all know that. And then Duke in the bowl game against Ole Miss in the Gator Bowl. And they had a lot of opt-outs. I understand that. But they don't scare anybody. Not in football, maybe in basketball.
And SMU, are they just going to be able to keep, hiring hired guns?
They think they will, and everything SMU did in the '80s with the Pony Express with Craig James and Eric Dickerson, and I think too often Eric Dickerson really kind of takes the heat as the bought and paid for player. Then Craig James was just as bought and paid for too, but he was kind of the fair-haired, good little guy perception. He was right in there. He had his hand out. Fine, he got paid, but Dickerson takes all that heat, and I don't think he should because Craig James was right in there with him. They weren't alone, but now everything they were doing then is legal. So they brought the band back.
You know what? That was a good band, too. That was a hell of a
It was a real good band, and they played the hits of 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
I love it. All right, Brett, I got to know, man, what are your 4 teams right now that you feel like you're down in media days? It is talking season, and this is where, I love the 12-team format because during talking season in July, 13 teams in the SEC's fan base has a real belief that there's a possibility to make the college football playoff.
I think there's 30 out there in college football, John, that are legitimately dreaming of being in that dozen that makes the playoffs. I think it might be 35 that thinks I think the Memphis Tigers should be thinking it.
I'm with you there. I mean, there are it does make July awesome.
Tulane should be thinking it. Army should be thinking it. Navy should be thinking it.
Hell, a lot of Big Ten teams, especially everybody thinking it. The Big 12's got a bunch of teams thinking it.
My 4 in no order, and we're going to do this today at 5:30. Bryant and I are going to have our 1 through 16 ranked SEC quarterbacks, SEC head coaches, and teams. Of course, we have the right to change our mind before opening day because we still got a while, about 36 days until opening day, that week 0 weekend. Can't wait for that. Do you realize, John, after tonight and next Thursday, we don't have another Thursday without football until January 16th.
Hallelujah.
24 straight Thursdays of football. But my 4 teams, no certain order. Well, I'll go order. I'm going to do this again at 5:30, though. Georgia 1, Bama 2, Ole Miss 3, Texas 4.
I like it.
LSU 5.
Ooh.
Any of those can be in the mix to play in the finals or win it all.
And then again, there's still a whole lot of fan bases. I promise you, Tennessee fans, Texas A&M fans, Vanderbilt fans,
Mizzou,
Oklahoma Sooners, man,
South Carolina,
John Mateer.
That's 12 easy that can dream of playoffs.
Which is a wild thing, but this is the part
when we used to all know we couldn't get past Bama.
And this is the part that I'm struggling with, and I feel like a hypocrite. I feel like in July, after last year, the hope for Ole Miss, because now I'm a huge fan with both my daughters going there, that in the hope and belief that they can make the college football playoff is real. It makes it exciting. But it's still in my mind does weaken what was the greatest regular season in sports, which was college football. Every week used to matter. Do you feel like
I respectfully disagree. I think it still matters that now it doesn't have the zero-sum nature that it had then, but it's got the soap opera nature of every week is win or die. And if you win, you keep hope alive. If you lose, then you start needing other people to lose, as we learned last year at Ole Miss. I mean, you're scoreboard watching now more than ever. You're on your phone going, I need that one to work out this way. Of course, you're on your phone thinking things need to work out in another manner, like if you're laying the points or if you're getting them.
Yep.
But everybody's looking at it straight up and thinking, I need that one to win, I need that to lose. I think it has created a game day dynamic of when you look at scores and you watch highlights that you're more riveted by it now than ever.
Yeah, I feel that. I guess it just is that I still have such a bad taste for the college football playoff format last year and the way the games were such a letdown.
Yeah, the Saturday on-campus games were very they just didn't live up to it.
Everybody lost.
Everybody lost, and then we didn't get the SEC didn't have any teams in it. It felt empty for us, and being selfish, it just didn't resonate with me.
Felt
like
very
I thought it
unfair
would.
for Oregon. Like you get Ohio State, who you had to down. I got to play them again, bro. Like,
Well, they got them in the Rose Bowl. Yeah, that's right. But even that game, I thought, State College, PA, Penn State hosting a December playoff game. That game was over within minutes against SMU. SMU didn't even. They couldn't compete.
Didn't have a chance.
Didn't have a prayer.
It was different, but I do like that. I just know right now I feel like a hypocrite because I feel like the only person in the world who is like, damn it, we're missing perfection. I love the regular season.
Well, we kind of are. College football's had more changes in the last 3 years than in the previous 50, and it's going to take a lot to get used to. But it's going to settle in, and water's going to find its level, and we're going to get settled in a few years. But John, you were like me watching those games on campus last year, the Friday night game and then the 3 on Saturday. We were so mad Ole Miss wasn't hosting one of those games. That should have been Ole Miss hosting Indiana in Oxford, and we played ourselves out of it.
I mean, blew it against Kentucky, who only won one SEC game, blew it down at Death Valley at LSU,
and then blew it at Florida.
And then blew it at Florida.
I mean, we were about we got in a lot of trouble, and we were about to wiggle out of it and couldn't close the deal, and you get left out. That's life. That's competition.
That's why they play the dead-gum games.
That's it.
That's why.
That is a lot of money and a lot to bet on and a lot of tailgating.
Dude, and a lot of fun. By the way, man, how big is Alabama's Caden Proctor? Because he seems like a straight
very large,
awesome dude. But, man, he looks so big.
I promise you, my comforter on my bed is not as big as the sport jacket he had on.
Lord have mercy. Are they going to have the best offensive line in the SEC this year?
They should, and I think they will be back loaded on defense. We had Ryan Fowler on from the game down in Tuscaloosa yesterday. Nobody knows the Tide better than he does, and he thinks it's going to be back to being really stout in the defensive front and being a better defensive team. Because remember, what cost them the Vanderbilt game was not offense. That was a defensive loss. They couldn't stop Avia.
They could not. Yeah, Diego.
And then they
ridiculous.
couldn't stop Georgia, and they held on to win.
I can't wait. What time today are you doing the quarterback rankings?
We're going to do that at 5:30.
I've done
before
mine.
We wrap up this whole week.
5:30 today. You're going to get Bryant Dacus and Brett Norsworthy's quarterback rankings. I've done mine a few times, and I keep switching them because the more
John, you ought to see the markouts on my page. I go, no, that's too high for that one. No, that's not high enough. And again, this is July 17th. We reserve the right to change our mind by August 25th, and probably will. You ought to see our college football playoff, the bracket we did in January, and then we did one just a few weeks ago, and we're going to do one more before we let it fly and live with it. All kind of markouts on it. I love everybody and don't trust anybody.
That's exactly the issue I have. I mean, Garrett Nussmeier, second year LSU, you think to yourself, man, this kid could have a huge year. I love his quick release. Lenoris Sellers is a freak.
He is.
Everybody keeps telling me that John Mateer is the greatest thing since sliced bread. DJ Lagway, I saw him, but I don't know if he's healthy. Arch Manning,
John, if Arkansas can keep Taylor Green upright. If they can keep him without getting those big hits that he took, and he was shell-shocked by the end of the year. The day Ole Miss played them, I mean, he just had too many people coming at him. No protection in O-line.
Heck, Ty Simpson, if Ryan Grubb is the consigliere and the quarterback whisperer behind that offensive line with Ryan Williams out there, bro, he could be awesome.
What if Jackson Arnold is everything at Auburn
I don't believe
we expected him to be at Oklahoma?
Going pretty much to like a very similar system to another very similar system. I'm just not sure Jackson.
Hugh Freeze will get more out of him than Brent Venables did.
I agree with that. And I will say
Coach
this
Freeze
year,
can coach quarterbacks.
Hey, this year Auburn actually has some wide receivers to throw the football to, too.
Well, you got Cam Coleman.
I mean,
he ought to be touching it 8 times a game.
That is the thing. Like, everybody keeps talking about Ryan Williams. We haven't even talked about who's the best. Who do you think's the best wide receiver in the SEC? You know, Ole Miss has got a boatload. They got that stud over that 220-pound track athlete out over at South Carolina. I mean, there's a lot of good ones.
I think it's Ryan Williams. There's a case to be made. We'll do a wide receivers list too before the season begins.
I love
tight ends. Who's the best tight end in the league? Is it Stowers at Vandy? Is it Kitzelman at Tennessee? Will it be Luke Hasz at Ole Miss?
He stays healthy. He could be him.
He sure should be.
Mm-hmm. Golly, I'm so ready for this, man. Brett, you've done a fabulous job down
Thank
there
you, John.
at SEC Media Days. I appreciate it so much. Can you recap what you got coming down the pipe today from 3 o'clock to the end of your show?
We've got so much. We will talk all the 4 teams here today. We will talk Kentucky. We will talk Texas A&M. We will talk Mizzou. We'll have a long visit with Tom Murphy, I hope. He's got a lot to write today. I see him out there right now interviewing Sam Pittman. We hope we have an extended run with Tom Murphy from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. We'll have our SEC roundtable at 5 o'clock with Richard Cross from Sports Talk Mississippi and Pat Smith from Jocks in Birmingham. We'll have all our lists and stuff at 5:30, and we'll wrap it up with Moe's and Humdinger's Crunch Time at 5:45.
Man, Brett, I'll be listening. You be blessed. Be safe getting home, and I'll see you soon, homie.
You got it. I'm going to Yankees Braves tomorrow night at Truist.
Are you really?
I am.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I have a feeling the Yankees are going to win, man. Braves have been terrible.
So text me what side you're on. I'll pull for you and see what I can do.
Thank you, Brett, man. Have a great
You got it,
one.
John. Thank you.
That's my man, Stats Norsworthy. You can listen to him from 3 to 6, and he's going to go see the Yankees and the Braves. And you know I like the Braves. I'm a Braves fan. But this year, it's been just
not looking so hot.
No, man, it's been, you know how, like, I'm like double A, man, Alex Anthopoulos. Dude, Ozzy Albies looks like trash, bro. He couldn't hit a right-handed pitcher to save his life if you gave him 100 tries. Like, and people keep saying, well, why don't you just bat right-handed instead of going to the left hand? Bro, it looks even worse against a right-handed hitter when he's batting from the right side. Crushes left-handed pitching. You just can't play him when a right-hander's out there. Like, you cannot play him. He's that bad.
And that doesn't favor him at all.
We haven't really talked much baseball.
No, we haven't. Kind of an all-star break, isn't it?
It's talking season, man.
Sure is.
I got to tell you something, though.
Tell me.
If you need to get away, have you ever been to Getaway Sports Bar?
I hear they have the largest TV known to man.
No. That's at the owner's box.
Right.
But Getaway Sports Bar's got 15 big screen TVs. They got about 7 other regular big screen TVs. That means, like, a regular big screen TV is, like, what, 44 inches?
I guess so.
Now the big ones are like, big.
Like 72.
Yeah, like, massive. Like, imagine, like, budget TVs, always tuned to sports, coldest beer in town, 6 pool tables, 2 dart boards, and yes, golden tea. Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester Road. When it's time to get away, you know where to go. That's Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester Road. I got Evie Van Pelt on the other side. Don't touch the dial, people. We're going to talk hotty-toddy gosh almighty with the Rebel Walk's very own founder and publisher, Evie Van Pelt, next right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Top Gun is the largest indoor range in the Mid-South, but size isn't their only difference. Top Gun has the best instructors with over 300 years combined experience and classes all the way from first shot to master marksmanship. Plus, Top Gun is affordable. Gold membership is just $48 a month. That's just $1.60 a day for unlimited range time, free gun rentals with purchase of ammo, and members lounge access. Top Gun, 2770 Witten Road and TopGunMemphis.com. Always shoot with the best. Top Gun Memphis.
Take your basketball skills to the next level at Shoot 360 Memphis. Shoot 360 is a revolutionary basketball training facility that combines cutting-edge technology with gamification and provides instant, objective feedback with hands-on, one-on-one expert coaching. And now, introducing Shoot 360 Cordova, a newly renovated 50,000 square foot facility with 2 NBA regulation-size courts, 3 high school-size courts, and 4 shooting bays with Shoot 360 technology. Memberships are now on a monthly basis. And yes, you can become a member at both locations. Whether you're an aspiring young talent, NBA player, or looking for a unique workout, all skill levels are welcome at Shoot 360 Memphis to learn proper shooting and passing techniques, improve fundamentals, and gain a competitive edge while having fun. Shoot 360 Memphis, now in Cordova and Collierville. Call them today at 901-779-3176. That's 901-779-3176. The future of basketball training is here. Shoot 360 Memphis.
All 650 acquisition fee, 20 cents per mile excess mileage must finance through KFA, K4 is SEO 39747, MSRP 25840, Telluride SG 673 3650, MSRP 41155, K5 MSRP 30415, EV9 TG 0066993, MSRP 59775, includes all rebates and incentives, excludes TTNL with approved credit, dealer stock only, see dealer for complete details, offer valid through 8225.
Got my man Jeff Allen on the line. Hey Jeff, things heating up over there on Mount Moriah?
We got the hottest deals in town at Gossett Kia South, Mount Moriah, Randy. Listen to this. Get a new ride for $185 per month in a 2025 Kia K4 EX 39 MPG Highway. 2025 Kia K5 GT line, $288 a month.
And the vacation-ready 2025 Kia Telluride S front-wheel drive, $325 a month.
Yep, all $49.99 due at signing, 24 monthly.
And rates at 1.9 available, plus 2026 EV9 Lite rear-wheel drive, $419 a month. Plus the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
That's right, Randy. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
Uncorked flavor, Corky's barbecue. We're cooking it up, down home way. Hickory smoke flavor like the good old days.
Hey y'all, Jimmy Stovall here with Corky's Barbecue. Catering is our specialty. Memphians have trusted Corky's to cater their events for 40 years because we make it easy for you and delicious for your guests. Whether it's 50 people or a crowd of thousands, our experienced team comes to your location, sets up, serves, and ensures everyone enjoys a Corky's all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet starting at only $7.99 per person. You can't beat it. With 40 years of experience, it's easy to see why customers choose Corky's time and time again for all of their catering needs. Visit Corky'sBBQ.com to book us for your next party.
Uncorked flavor, Corky's barbecue.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a 48-hour Friday. It's here. We're known as a Thirsty Thursday, brought to you by the best Tito's Handmade Vodka. We're about to talk with the best, period, Evie Van Pelt. You know the Rebel Walk. It's the number one source for all things Ole Miss sports information. We are the home of the Ole Miss Rebels. Hotted, totted, gosh almighty. I love me little Rebels. I love me some Austin Simmons, some Caden Lee. I love me this team. I'm excited. I'm hoping it's like Tennessee when they had Peyton. And everybody had all the expectations. And there was a little-known T. Martin next year who came in and they went and won a national championship and beat Florida State. I'm hoping. I'm praying. I'm also hoping that when I get off work here in the next, 30 minutes, I can get over there fast. I need traffic to be clear because I'm ready for Los Cabos. It's where the flavors of Mexico melt in your mouth. 550 premium shots of tequila, baby. Yeah. I can't do any tequila shots today, dadgummit. I got a baseball game at 7. I got to be good.
Got to be prepped.
Man, did you know 8 players from Ole Miss were taken in the second day of the MLB draft? A lot of Rebels drafted.
Good time to be a Rebel.
But over at Los Cabos, where the flavors of Mexico melt in your mouth, lunch specials 10 to 3. That's right. I'm going to make the lunch specials only $7 to $11. Happy hour 3 to 8. It's awesome. Check them out. They're right there at Summer and Graham. Evie Van Pelt. Bring in the sweetest lady in the world who's been very busy working. I've seen her on TV all week. I saw her on SEC Media Days in the background. I saw her on the background at Crane & Company. I saw Austin Simmons when he was doing her interview. I was like, there's my girl Evie right there in the front. I've been seeing her all over the place. I haven't spoken to her in a while. Evie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to be here. I've missed y'all. I was sick a couple of times.
I hate that.
I hate it, but I think I'm back. I tell you what, when I was at Media Days, I had one of those coughs that I told David sounded like I was a 90-year-old man with emphysema or something. Oh. And so when I went on some of those shows, I was like, oh, Lord, please don't let that old man cough appear.
I had that
but
problem.
It was a great time.
Evie, what was that, 2 weeks ago, Landon, where I was sucking cough drops left and right?
That was also last week.
Oh, that was last week. Oh, sorry. It was last week. Yeah, I was fighting it, girl. I had that Memphis crud, man. I was coughing like that, too. It was just, ugh.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to talk on the radio when you're just coughing your head off.
Yeah. So, plus, I didn't want anybody to think, what she infected me with or something. So anyway, but it's gone. So all good.
Now, I got to know. I've done my quarterback rankings like 45 times. I look around the SEC this year and I think to myself, like, there could be it's loaded. Let's just be real. I mean, everybody knows about Arch down at Texas. Everybody knows about Garrett Nussmeier, who's over there at LSU, second year under Brian Kelly. We saw what happened with Jaden Daniels. Ty Simpson, he's got Ryan Williams and a great offensive line, and they brought in the consigliere. Ryan Grubbs is back as the offensive coordinator. Like, there are just so many dudes that could be very, 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 very special. But I'm pretty high on my guy Austin Simmons over there, in Oxford. I think he could be amazing. 2 years in the system, sat behind Walker Howard, Spencer Sanders, Jackson Dart. The continuity of Lane Kiffin, Charlie Weiss Jr. Like, I feel like the day one he hits the ground running. Am I overconfident? Am I right on point? What do you think about the SEC quarterbacks as a whole, and where does Austin kind of rank?
Well, I think that Austin, honestly, in my opinion, I think he's going to blow folks away. I think there are a lot of people who probably think, he, came in and had a great drive against Georgia, but, one drive does not a season make. But I tell you what, Austin Simmons and getting to be around him at Media Days, and, they let us have that little private media op with him, and the kid is comfortable. I mean, I've been covering SEC Media Days for so long, and I mean, a lot of the time the guys are a little tight, it's a kind of a big stage there.
Yes, it is.
Not Austin Simmons. I mean, he smiles. I just put a video up a little while ago. People can go and watch either on our YouTube or the website. But of him, they make the players available for a little private session, which is really nice of Ole Miss Media Relations to let us have just a little session where there's just 5 or 6 of us in there. And he is funny. Austin is funny. He's laid back. But to your point, this is you're right. This will be his 3rd season in the system. He knows Lane Kiffin's playbook. I actually texted with his daddy before SEC Media Days and just said, what do you think? What is one of his strengths? What is something people don't know? And he said he knows that playbook. I mean, he knows it like the back of his hand. And so he's not your typical first-year starter there. I think we've got some guys coming in that, we've anointed Arch, but this will be his first year starting, He only has 2 starts under his belt, I think, in his life. Ty Simpson, same thing, and then we've got some other new guys, but this kid is smart. Simmons, like we said, he graduated from college at age 19. He is a smart kid, and he's got all the confidence in the world, Johnny. I'm so excited to see him play. And interestingly, without ever playing it down, he is 15th in the Heisman odds right now.
Whoa.
That ain't bad.
Whoa. Did you say he's 15th?
15th. That ain't bad, is it?
Now, this is my question, okay? Caden Lee, his aura was pretty awesome. He looks pretty relaxed. He's great. He looks like he's ready for the season. That wide receiver room I know is going to be good. We got the big tight end. He needs to stay healthy. We're going to be really good there. What's the offensive line shaping out? I did see Austin Simmons did buy all of his offensive line dinner the other night.
He did. He told us he was going to do that, and somebody asked him about how much, it was going to cost, and he said he didn't care. Whatever it takes, whatever those big boys wanted to eat. I think that this year's offensive line, to me, is actually looking pretty solid. I mean, I know that seems to every year, we kind of think this is going to be great. We've, got this coming back or whatever, and then we're, always kind of holding our breath. But I think that we've got, Jaden Williams and Diego Pounds at tackle. I'm not sure whether they're going to take Diego and flip him over to the right side and have Jaden at left, or, Jaden was a freshman All-American at left tackle. I mean, will they keep him there, or will they put him at right since Simmons is a lefty and, cover his blind side? They've got Delano Townsend, a UAB transfer. They've got Bryson Sanders. I mean, he'll be center. This is his 3rd season at Ole Miss. And Patrick Kutas will likely play right guard, and he's an Arkansas transfer. Really good kid. I think they've got some depth. They've got a kid transfer from Charlotte. They got a kid, Trez Davis, a transfer from Maryland, who played 10 games. So I think they've got more depth there this year than they've had in the past, which is good when you're in the SEC.
How does the wide receiver room compare to last year's?
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I keep being asked about that, and it's hard to say. It's hard for people to understand that losing Trey Harris and losing Jordan Watkins. Those are Juice Wells. Those are some dudes you lost there. However,
tight end.
Yes, but I tell you what, I think they could be even better this year. I mean, I think if you had a healthy Trey Harris every game all season, that's hard to beat. But he wasn't, and it kind of exposed some weaknesses. But I think with they've got Deshaun Stribling. He's a big 6'2" receiver, transferred in from Oklahoma State. Harrison Wallace III from Penn State. They got Caleb Odom, who they wanted to get the first go-around, but he went to Bama, and now he's transferred to Ole Miss. Deuce Alexander, love that name, transfer from Wake Forest.
Yes, Deuce is going to do that. That plays well down in Oxford, doesn't it?
Yes, and so, honestly, lost in all that, maybe not lost, but Caleb Cunningham, he was a 5-star freshman, he'll be a 5-star freshman wide receiver coming in, along with, they've got some other good freshmen. So I think, and let's not forget Caden Lee, who had almost 900 yards and did not drop one ball in all 57 attempts to him.
I mean he's coming in as the number one dude right off the jump, right?
Yes. And it's funny. Normally wide receivers, and I had an Ole Miss wide receiver coach tell me one time, wide receivers are divas. And that coach at the time played wide receiver when he played. And I said, well, were you a diva? And he goes, absolutely. Caden Lee is the opposite of that. That kid is you can see in the videos.
He's always just smile. He's got the biggest grin you've ever seen. He's always loose.
Yes.
I like him.
I like him a lot. It's like he's excited to be there. And, somebody asked him about the fact that he is always the first one to the line, up there, spot the ball, he is up there immediately. As soon as the last play is over, he races over there. And, he talked a little bit about that. But that seems to be his personality. He's like genuinely happy to be there. And he told me that he thinks this year's wide receiving core could be better than last season. So that'll be interesting to see.
All right, now we got to know, since we lost Quinshawn Judkins, the running back room's been a lot different. How are we going to be toting the rock in 2025?
Well, I tell you, and we haven't even talked about Quinshawn and his issues. I'm sure
No kidding, I have, definitely, yeah.
I mean, he's got his hands full over there with some situations going on. But
keep your hands to yourselves.
Keep your hands, and no means no. Stop means stop. This year, and Lane was asked about that. I mean, point blank. In years past, Ole Miss, the running game has been among the top in the SEC, 1, 2, or 3. This last season was an anomaly. Whether it was because we weren't playing personnel we had, or we didn't think we had personnel we needed. I don't know what the case is, but I don't think Kiffin liked that. I think that now I do believe that Logan Diggs has looked good in spring, looked good in OTAs. I think Logan Diggs is RB1, and that's for everybody. That's the transfer from LSU. Yeah. And so, eager to see what he can do. Kawan Lacey, the Missouri transfer. Ole Miss wanted him bad first go round. This will be his sophomore season. They wanted him as a freshman, but he committed to Missouri at the last minute. Well, now he's seen the light and is headed to play this season for Ole Miss. He's going to be good. And one I'm super, super, super excited about is an incoming freshman, Shakai Mills-Knight. He, SMK, as we've been calling him, is a really big, strong running back. And I think, even just that trio right there, they do have some other transfers, but I think that'll be your probably top 3.
I like it. That makes me feel a little bit better. Now, Pete Golding, I don't know. Like, I'm hearing tons of praise about Pete Golding and why he's so amazing. But I also am kind of curious when I heard Lane Kiffin say that, he likes the fact that he's simplifying the defense. I don't know what that, like, whoa, hold on. If we're simplifying it, can we not have the same, like what's up? We don't have the same horses. What's going on? What do you feel about this year? Pete Golding, his defense. Lane got the right dudes. I know we got Suntarian Perkins and everything back, but what else? What else we got?
Well, it's interesting because we had TJ Daughtery there to talk to us at SEC Media Days. And
he was goo goo gaga all over on Pete Golding.
Man, he really was. And, he talked about something that, he says he simplified it. That's what you're talking about, where it may seem like a lot with the coverages and the schemes and whatnot, but he said he simplifies it for us where, we can take all that complicated info and know what we're doing
where
out
we're
there.
supposed to be, what our assignment is.
And he said he's just such a good teacher. He said a lot of coaches have all these schemes, but they can't teach it. And his exact quote was, he said, him being able to put it from the board to the players' minds is huge. And I asked TJ, because, again, he's the green dot guy. So he's got the green dot on his helmet. So he's the one that all the communication is coming through. And I said, okay, so who's on the other end of that? Is that your position coach? Is that Golding? He says, oh, it's Golding. I said, well, does it ever make you kind of nervous? Like, what's he saying? Or, what if, wait, I didn't quite get that? And he just laughed and said, no, that he kind of played that role on his defense, in high school. And he just, he's comfortable with it. But I just thought that was kind
was
of
the
funny.
green dot guy, was it Chris Poopall last year? Who was that?
I think it was Chris Poopall, or it might have been TJ. I mean, TJ's got a great
last year back
mind.
there, they were both, they were a hell of a duo.
Yeah, they really were a hell of a duo. And I asked him another question. Last year with that defensive line that Ole Miss had, don't you reckon that kind of made it a little bit easier on the linebackers to have that front that Ole Miss had?
Yes.
I mean, you knew they were getting pressure. You knew that they were stopping a lot of stuff up there. And I asked him, how does he feel about this year's defensive line? And he said, keep in mind, he said, a lot of the guys that we've got, Cam Franklin, Cam Beavers, he said, a lot of these guys, Jam Branch, Marius Brown, he said, these guys, they've been there. They've been in the system. They were just literally waiting their turn behind Pegues and Ivy and Nolan. And he said, so they know what they're doing. And Xavier Harris, I mean, my gosh, he's back, big 6'7", 320 pound. Xavier, defensive tackle. We got Deshaun Womack. I'm really eager to see him. He is a transfer from LSU. I think he's going to be good on the line. And then, of course, Suntarian, will play off the edge, and then some at linebacker. And then let's not forget Prince William on the Allen. And I laughed. I was on a show there when they said, Mommy Allen, you said that really well. Can you say that 5 times in a row? And anyway, but so I'm excited about what Ole Miss has, I think, coming back, maybe more than people think. And I asked Caden about that. I said, I think last year it was last dance, playoff or bust. Everybody was expecting Ole Miss to give them a fantastic game. And I said, this year it feels like y'all are flying under the radar a little bit more. And Caden said, they like that. They don't mind that. They don't mind if nobody, outside of Oxford maybe, if the rest of the world is, not thinking of them the same way they did last year.
Sleep on the Rebels. They'll be ready. I'm excited.
Keep sleeping on them. Yeah.
Now, if you like the SIP, if you want to go to the SIP, if you love the Ole Miss Rebels, make sure you go to therebelwalk.com. It's your number one source for all things Ole Miss sports information. Evie, what do you got coming down the pipe?
Well, we're going to finish up. We still have more SEC Media Days coverage. We're waiting to find out what a couple of baseball players are going to do. I think we've got Grant Richardson, a transfer pitcher. We're not exactly sure. He got drafted. What's he going to do? But guess what? Hunter Elliott is coming back.
I know. I couldn't believe it.
Did that not just make your day?
Yes, it did.
We've got a video, like I said, I just put up, and it's of Austin Simmons in a little private media op. And at the end, somebody asked him, what do you think of, Hunter Elliott announced he's coming back. And Austin turned his head like, what? And he said, he's coming back. And he was just so excited about that. Said that's one of his good friends that he still really stays in touch with, and that he's excited he'll get to go watch him at Swayze again. So
he held opponents to under 200 batting average last year.
Insane.
Like, that is just ridiculous. Evie, you are the best. Have safe travels at home, and you've done wonderful work. Everybody go to therebelwalk.com and check them out, and we'll do it again next Thursday.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great weekend.
That is the great Evie Van Pelt. Man, we got to take a time out. Got to pay a few bills. Got one more segment. Got a couple stories. And one has to do with Caitlin Clark. And it's not the Shane Gillis joke, which was hilarious. I'll tell you that one as well. I loved it, too. I'll tell you when that one as well. Don't you dare touch that. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Jenkins Floors and More invites you to their retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors at 2356 Goodman Road in Horn Lake. Also stores in Cleveland, Mississippi and Little Rock. They specialize in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds. Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects, call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
Hi, I'm Glenda Hastings, owner of Napa Cafe, and I want to thank you for making us part of your dining experiences. If you are a first-time guest or have dined with us countless times, I want to thank you for making us part of your lives. Whether you're celebrating with the crowd or planning a cozy date night on the town, Napa Cafe can provide you an extraordinary evening. We have 5 dining rooms, including our private wine cellar, our Jan's room for 2 guests, and the Eleanor room for parties up to 60. Sit back, relax, and celebrate. Leave the cooking to us. Come see me at Napa Cafe, 5101 Sanderlin Avenue. We're open Wednesday through Saturday for dinner starting at 5 o'clock. We also offer curbside pickup from our full menu. For details on our stay-in, dine-out menu or reservations, visit our website at napacafe.com. Come join us. We can't wait to serve you.
Congratulations to Napa Cafe, celebrating 27 years of great food and service for you. Napa Cafe.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about everything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys, beyond the bottle, Tito's has gained a reputation for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits around the world to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's and learn more at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
It's time for SEC Media Days. Join Brett Norsworthy as he broadcasts live from the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, Monday through Thursday, previewing the upcoming SEC football season and bringing you interviews with players, coaches, and SEC leaders. Tune in to Sports Time with Stats and Bryant Dacus from 3 to 6, and also hear from Stats throughout the day for SEC Media Days coverage brought to you by Landers Ford in Collierville, Ronnie Grazzani's, All-Star Chevrolet, Sissy's Log Cabin, and Jimmy McElroy and Associates.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a beautiful Thursday. It is a great Thursday, isn't it?
It's beautiful. Slightly cloudy outside, but it's still really hot.
It ain't going to rain today, right? You better check, because if it rains and my game gets canceled, I promise you I'm about to fire on everybody. I might be at Los Cabos to shoot tequila because I'm depressed. I can't handle it. I need to play today.
Do you want the good news or the good news?
The good news.
The good news is there is 0% chance of rain today.
Hell yeah.
Sunny all the way till sunset at 8:12.
That's what I'm talking about. Los Cabos for lunch, baseball tonight. Sad thing is, though, guess what? Caitlin Clark, you know her. Everybody loves her.
Best WNBA player known.
She's just like Shane Gillis, too. Did you know that? They both.
Oh, yeah.
They both nail a bunch of threes. They're both from the Midwest.
Both from
the Midwest, and
both have nailed a bunch of threes.
Both have nailed a bunch of threes. That was a good one.
I liked all of his jokes.
I thought they were great.
They hit so well.
I did. I thought so too. I thought he's hilarious. I will say though, the sad thing is Caitlin Clark. You know, she's supposed to be like the ambassador. She's hosting the WNBA All-Star Game weekend kind of thing. Like she's the girl who picked a team against some other girl who's really good as well. Wasn't Sophie Cunningham, I can tell you that.
Was it Shane Gillis's guest, Brittany?
No, it was not. Brittany Hicks,
the
four-time
All-Star.
NBA All-Star, and then showed the picture of
just a random lady.
Just a random black woman who happened to be his friend's wife. And everybody stood up and cheered.
Everybody believed.
And then he just started laughing. He goes,
I knew you guys didn't know.
He was like, I knew
WNBA
you guys
stars.
didn't know any WNBA stars besides Caitlin Clark.
He killed it.
It was great. It was a good joke. The Shador Sanders one was great. But, man, I got to tell you, though, her not being able to play, because did you see what happened? This girl's getting beat up.
She sure is.
Like, damn, bro. Like, assaulted out there. She will not participate in the three-point contest. Or the WNBA All-Star Game. She has to rest her body. The injury from her groin that she came back, she had to go back and it got re-injured, I guess I'm saying. And by the way, think about it. If you're a girl and you injure your groin, like, that's not good. Like, if you have a boyfriend, you got to, like, literally be like, no, down, boy, down.
That's not good for anybody.
Makes for a rough life. Well, I guess he can always
Quit while you're ahead.
Oh, I'm going to quit. I wish I could gamble tonight. No, I don't. I got a game. I'm ready for tomorrow. You know baseball's back tomorrow?
Yes, it is. Better believe it.
Thank the Lord. Is Cal Raleigh going to continue to hit bombs, the big dumper?
You could only expect.
Lord,
you don't just get a name like the Big Dumper and not hit dingers.
Man, and he was wearing it out in the All-Star game.
He sure was.
I'll be talking a little baseball tomorrow. We have a huge guest list. We got Jay Ham, the historian. Landon will be here. Maybe Darian. We got Team Money, Uncle Brasky, Mo, Myron. Don't y'all dare touch that dial. We busy tomorrow. We'll see you then. Go get a drink at Tito's. Sports 56 out.